They called it the discovery that would rewrite the story of old Hollywood. A forgotten magazine claimed to have found a secret notebook, one that once belonged to actor Burt Lancaster, one of the Golden Age's most respected stars. But inside, there were no warm memories, no reflections on fame or friendship. Instead, there was a list, names of Hollywood's brightest legends, and beside each one, his private notes. He called them the most dangerous people I ever met. Why would a man admired for his integrity write something like that? And what did these icons hide behind their perfect smiles? Tonight, Hollywood Pulse News opens Lancaster's notebook and uncovers the chilling secrets it tried to keep buried. These are the 6 names that defined Hollywood's golden age and the shadows they left behind. From manipulation and betrayal to cruelty, obsession, and power. This is the dark truth behind Burt Lancaster's secret notebook. Elizabeth Taylor. The hidden storm. To the world, she was the face of beauty and grace, Hollywood royalty. But in Lancaster's notebook, Elizabeth Taylor was described as a storm behind the eyes. During the filming of Cleopatra in 1962, Taylor reportedly locked herself in her trailer for nearly 14 hours, all over the color of a costume. When the director demanded she return, she hurled a glass of wine at his face. But tantrums were only the surface. Lancaster believed Taylor weaponized influence. Her marriages weren't romance. They were strategy. With Richard Burton, she controlled projects, rewrote contracts, and shaped studio power itself. She ruled through emotion, Lancaster wrote. Velvet on the outside, iron underneath. Elizabeth Taylor wasn't just a star. She was Hollywood's queen of control. Kirk Douglas, a predator in human skin. To moviegoers, Kirk Douglas was the ultimate hero. Spartacus, the rebel who defied empires. But to Lancaster, he was something far darker. A predator in human skin. Behind the charm, Douglas allegedly used fear to get what he wanted. Manipulating producers, replacing actors, even influencing casting through intimidation. One actress, Lancaster wrote, was quietly removed from a 1959 production after rejecting Douglas's private invitation. Rumors swirled about his use of drugs and manipulation to keep people obedient. In public, he smiled. In private, Lancaster said, he hunted. The world saw a hero. Lancaster saw the danger behind the grin. Natalie Wood, tears as a weapon. Natalie Wood was the very image of innocence. Delicate, emotional, beloved. But Lancaster's notes hinted at something colder beneath the surface. Her tears, he wrote, were her weapon. On one set, she allegedly faked a fainting spell to delay filming until producers gave in to her demands. Co-stars she disliked were quietly pushed out of projects. And when her mysterious death came in 1981, Lancaster hinted it was not the sea that ended her story. It merely hid what was left behind. Whether truth or myth, his words leave a haunting idea. The tragedy of Natalie Wood began long before the ocean took her. Marilyn Monroe. The black hole of Hollywood. No name in Hollywood shines brighter or darker than Marilyn Monroe. To millions, she was a victim of fame. But in Lancaster's notebook, she was a black hole, a force that pulled everything around her into chaos. On the set of Some Like It Hot, she'd vanish for hours, leaving crews helpless. Her fragility wasn't weakness, Lancaster believed. It was strategy. Through secret affairs with studio heads and producers, she shifted entire projects to her favor. One powerful executive, Jack Warner, reportedly changed a casting lineup after Monroe staged a public breakdown. She used emotion like a blade, Lancaster wrote, and no one dared to stop her. To the world, she was a tragedy. To Lancaster, She was the storm that swallowed Hollywood whole. Errol Flynn, the devil in a gentleman's suit. Errol Flynn was every man's hero and every woman's fantasy, the charming outlaw, the perfect gentleman. But Lancaster described him differently. The devil in a gentleman's suit. Flynn's private life, Lancaster claimed, was soaked in excess, drugs, violence, and whispered crimes that somehow never reached courtrooms. His infamous parties were said to be dens of control and silence. Victims stayed quiet, hidden by the glamour and the money. He smiled like a saint, Lancaster wrote, but left behind the ashes of souls. To the fans, he was Robin Hood. To Lancaster, he was the man who robbed innocence instead. Joan Crawford. Violence at home. Joan Crawford was elegance itself, statuesque, commanding, flawless. But in Lancaster's notebook, she was the woman who spread fear. Behind the glamour, there were rules, perfection or punishment. Her daughter Christina later described being beaten with coat hangers and locked in closets. Lancaster's entry read, "She didn't raise children, she raised victims." Crawford's obsession with control extended from her career to her own home. To her fans, she was the model of discipline. To Lancaster, she was the queen of cruelty, proof that even beauty can terrify. Lancaster's notebook was never proven real. No official source ever confirmed it existed. But its stories, true or exaggerated, carried one haunting message. Hollywood's golden glow was built on shadows. Behind the cameras, the smiles and the legends were people who fought, manipulated, and feared one another. All for survival inside a system that demanded perfection. Perhaps that's why Lancaster wrote it. Not as revenge, but as a warning. Which of these legends shocked you the most? Was it the heroes turned predators? Or the icons who ruled through charm and fear? Tell us what you think. And subscribe to Hollywood Pulse News for more untold truths from behind the silver screen.